There's a new trailer for The Last of Us coming out on HBO Max, and we're going to watch it because it's video game related, and I am curious about this, and I'm a fan of The Last of Us. Did you hear that HBO Max is going to be called Max soon?
It's like the third iteration of a name for this shit, dude.
Well, because they're merging with somebody. I forgot who it was. One of the other streaming platforms. But I think they're going to put it all in one thing and call it Max. So, kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because they used to have... I can't remember what the one was called. There was an HBO online service. I think it was called HBO Plus that you could get if you had the cable TV version of HBO, and then you got an add-on to give you the online. Then they had the HBO Max as a separate service at the same time. And then, now this. So, I whatever.
It's funny how there was like Netflix for a while there, and then like something else came out, and then everybody had to have their own streaming service, and now they're merging streaming services. And it's like, fucking figure it out. But anyway, might be called Max. That's not the whole point though of this whole thing. So let's talk about The Last of Us official trailer. I think we watched a teaser before, and we both liked The Last of Us, the game.
Yes.
I got to get you through The Last of Us Part 2. We're actually
Partway through it.
Probably like over a third through it. I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll have to play that more. So yeah, I'm hoping the show will be cool. I know Neil Druckmann is working close with them on this. I know he's directing or directed an episode. I don't know how many episodes, but at least one. So that's kind of cool. And he recently said that the show is going to have things that he wanted to have in the game but couldn't.
Okay.
Which could be true. Or maybe they're ideas that he had. But I'm thinking like the game has more time to put stuff in than the show. So it sounds kind of gimmicky to me.
It sounds like PR to me.
Yeah, 100%. So, but I hope it's good. I like a lot of the shows that come out on HBO. I think they do a good job, and I think The Last of Us will work for a lot of audiences that aren't just, us gamers. So, yeah, hoping for the best. Do you have anything you want to say on this?
No, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I'm not really prone to watching TV. So,
except for anime.
Yeah, that's not really TV. But yeah, I do watch anime. And I watch some movies, but that's been kind of dry lately.
Yeah, movies, pretty hit or miss nowadays.
So, trying to be open-minded about this, but I just am so skeptical. So, we'll see.
All right, well, let's watch it, and then we can talk about it. This is The Last of Us official trailer for HBO Max. In 3, 2, 1, and go.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on?
You haven't seen the world.
Mysterious clicking.
You don't know.
Unless you played the games.
You keep going for family.
I'm not family.
No. You're cargo.
Why are you so important?
Somewhere out west, they're working on a cure. I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
If she so much as twitches. Don't.
Okay.
If I'm taking you with me, you do what I say.
I get in
when I
trouble.
say. You got any advice on the best way west?
Hopefully it's not loud enough for YouTube to care.
Well, I'm sure I'll pick up.
You've come this far, and you know what's out there.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him?
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
Dude, use your own music.
True.
So tired of hearing fucking popular music, pop songs, and old school music, but everything.
Yeah, it's boring.
Gross.
Well, the CG looks pretty decent. All right, what we think?
I think that tonally, they're doing a good job. I think also from what we saw there, the story elements are, at least the main beats of it, are still there, which is good. So for people who are experiencing this through just this medium, they're not going to get a cheapened experience in that regard. I think the flavor parts feel better in the game. Some of the especially like the don't move and she's like being like goofy and shit there for a moment. That felt kind of weird to me, but
Yeah.
otherwise, I mean, it seems pretty faithful. I have a feeling some of the dialogue will drive me insane with what I've seen in this trailer alone. So
Yeah, it seems very, I mean, it is TV, but it feels very TV-esque.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that. And of course, this is just a trailer. This isn't the actual show. We're not sitting here, with the natural pace of the episodes.
For sure.
But like, in the game, you're there for a while. You're immersed in the world, and this just that it feels kind of quippy.
Yeah.
In that sense, and it doesn't feel as organic as the game. But again, it's the trailer, so it's hard to make that comparison. But yeah, I thought the same thing too when that happened. I'm like, that felt like for an audience that hasn't played the game.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's goofy, love that.
Yeah.
Which is not really what I get from Ellie. Like she's
For sure.
She's kind of she's got an element to her that's like funny, but it's more in like a rebellious way, not like in a goofball way.
She has more of a facetious humor than a goofy humor.
Yeah, she's a child, but she comes off less childish because she grew up in a world where like there's not really room to be a kid.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, and totally definitely different feeling.
Yeah, but I do think the story beats are there. Even, and I suppose if you haven't seen The Last of Us, maybe this is not the best conversation to be listening to. But the knife next to her head, also that scene, I wonder how they'll handle that because that was pretty creepy in the game.
They'll probably handle it just as creepy.
Yeah, it's on HBO, so I know they don't have to pull back.
They have to make somebody that you're going to be okay with them killing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it'll only build up her character. I also noticed that they're doing the DLC in this as well. So they're going to be covering they'll be covering like the whole story, which is pretty cool to see.
It feels like they're cramming a lot in a 2-hour, or it's a TV show, right?
Yeah.
10-hour.
Probably, 10 episodes, I would assume. 8 to 10 episodes.
10 hours is probably plenty then.
Yeah.
Because a lot of playing a video game is playing the video game. So,
yeah.
So I think they should have plenty of time.
Yeah, let's hope so. Overall, I think it looks pretty decent. I love the game, so I don't think it'll be as good, but it will be really interesting to see a new interpretation of that story being handled by somebody who made the original.
Yeah.
So it will likely feel authentic in that sense, but they will probably try some things that maybe they thought about trying in the game and didn't. Also, maybe after making the game, maybe had some ideas that might have worked that he didn't put in the game originally that they might try here. I can assume that will probably happen. So that'll be fun. I'm seeing some scenes here where they're talking to people that I don't know who the hell these people are. Yeah. So they're definitely going to be doing their own thing in some ways. But there also is a lot of major beats that I recognize from the game, and that's good too because people like me or us or anybody who's played The Last of Us is going to be looking for those scenes, and that's something that you got to handle carefully, and it looks like they're doing that, so that's good. But also, sometimes it's a delicate balance. You can't make your own thing and call it something because people are going to bitch about it, including me. I hate when they do that. But also, if you do it verbatim, people will like the authenticity of that, but you have to have some things in there that change things up, and this does seem like they're going to be doing that. So I honestly think this is probably going to be pretty solid.
Yeah, it feels pretty faithful.
I just love the original game so much, and this doesn't look as good as that. So I don't have the same kind of hype factor, but I definitely will watch this. It looks cool, at the very least out of curiosity. But it does look like it's going to be good. When it comes to Pedro Pascal and the girl playing Ellie, I forgot her name. They don't look like the characters, and they don't sound like the characters to me. But they are following, it seems, at least in this trailer, loose archetypes that are similar to those characters. So I think I said this the last time we talked about this. I'm gonna have to embrace their versions of Ellie and Joel,
sure.
right? Like a lot of people are, and I get it, upset that they don't look like the characters, and they definitely don't sound like them to me at all. So at this point, I have to just assume that this is a new interpretation. This is a new telling of that story. I have to watch this kind of with fresh eyes. These are their Joel and Ellie. They're not the original. They're not going to be better, I don't think.
It's gonna be hard to watch something like this without a bias, obviously, because
Sure.
you have a medium which you already love. But it is important, and I know you agree. We've had this conversation before, but you got to let actors be actors. You can't just typecast someone because they look the part. Because if they're a shitty actor and they can't do it, it's just gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
Versus, like, I'd rather they be good at the role than look 100% spot on too.
Yeah, we did say that last time.
Yeah.
That exact thing is like, if it's a good actor who plays the role well but doesn't look like the character, I prefer that than a character that looks like or an actor that looks like the character but can't act, because then they're just going to ruin that character completely. So
exactly.
It's got to kind of view it through a different lens, essentially. So, but
and it is important to try to go into these things open-minded. I'm like I said at the beginning, it's going to be a little struggle for me because, like, I don't watch TV anyways, and then, like, TV tropes and stuff like that drive me fucking insane. So, but I do like some of the stuff I've seen on HBO. So, like, I'm trying to like not be so negative about it, and I do think it does look interesting, and I probably will be curious to check it out just to see how they do with it. So
yeah. I'm also, last note, interested to see what they do with Bill, because it seems like they're really going to, it looks like they're doing like a backstory on him, which will be interesting because we only hear about that in The Last of Us. He only hints towards certain things.
dialogue
And in this trailer, we saw him multiple times, like, you know, with, I forgot his partner's name.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But I think that's him. It seems like it's going to be a backstory on those characters, and I think that'll be fulfilling. So that's kind of cool.
Also,
especially
seeing the brothers I forgot about them. That's gonna be gut wrenching.
Rough.
Yeah.
For anybody who hasn't played the game, you're in for a treat, baby. Also, the beginning. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, dude.
For that's gonna be the hook. That's how they're gonna get people who haven't played the game. They're gonna watch that first episode. It's probably gonna end on a cliffhanger, maybe, or probably not. But it'll probably have that scene in the first episode, and then I don't think
criminal to skip it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, or maybe there'll be a flashback later. Maybe the first episode will just be like the beginning of The Last of Us, where he's first walking around with Tess or whatever, and then maybe there'll be a flashback. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's going to be rough for a lot of people, because it was rough for me the first time I played that game. Yeah, looks cool though. Just I wish I felt a little more excited about it, but overall, strong curiosity for sure. Definitely will watch it. So, anything else?
I mean, I hope it's good. I'd love to want to watch something. I keep eyeballing. This is a little off topic, but they just launched that Willow show. I haven't heard anything on it yet.
I've heard really good things.
Oh, that's good. I also heard Wednesday was good, and I kind of want to check that out too. So
yeah, I've just seen people doing her dance on TikTok.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, TikTok's weird though.
Yeah, there's this dance that she does in the show at some like prom or something. I don't know what happens there, but there's a bunch of people doing the exact same dance all over the place.
Well, if you guys are TV watchers, should I watch those shows?
Yeah.
So.
And if not those shows, what shows? Is there a show that you would recommend?
Yeah, because I'm so out of loop with TV. It's crazy. So.
Yeah. Same. All right, anything else?
Nope.
All right, let us know in the comments what you guys think of The Last of Us official trailer. Are you hyped? Are you not hyped? What did you notice in the trailer that's worth mentioning? Have you played the game? Have you not played the game? Let me know where you're coming from in that regard. And will this be as good as the game? Will it be better than the game? Will it be worse than the game? And what do you think about the people playing Joel and Ellie? Are they selling it to you, or are they not? Let me know everything you think about in the comments below.